Far removed from the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, hidden among cornfields and century-old family farms, lies a distillery driven to push the boundaries of the industry one step further. Revelton Distillery. Founded in 2021, Revelton Distillery is proof that the very spirit of bourbon craftsmanship lives on. Inspired by traditions and heritage shared among world-renowned distilleries across Kentucky, Revelton is looking to write the next chapter in bourbon history, bringing the same time-tested processes leveraged in the bluegrass state to a completely different climate.
My name is Rob Taylor. I'm the owner and primary distiller here at Revelton Distilling Company.
I'm Christy Taylor. I'm one of the owners and distillers of Revelton Distilling Company. So we are here in Osceola, Iowa.
Just about 50 miles south of Des Moines, about an hour and a half north of Kansas City. We built our distillery and became operational in December of 2020.
My husband Rob does more of the whiskey distilling. I help with the flavor profile and the blending. And then upstairs, I run our tasting room and cocktail lounge where we make craft cocktails for our guests.
My wife and I, in 2016, we signed ourselves up for a distillery school in Louisville, Kentucky called Moonshine University, where some of our instructors were some of the best distillers in the world. Jimmy Russell from Wild Turkey, Jim Rutledge from Four Roses. They helped us all along the way to not only picking out our equipment, but the layout of our distillery, and then helped us form a global vision for our company. Currently, we are in 3 states, about ready to travel to our first country abroad. And so our overall vision was more of a national and global vision. We have the best corn in the world in Iowa, and it's for that reason that we think we can have some of the finest bourbon and whiskeys in the world coming right here from the Midwest Belt.
There are 3 things we focus on at Barrel Global when choosing a distillery to partner with. First is the distilling team, passionate people to push the whiskey forward. And as we've gotten to know Rob and Christy and the team at Revelton, it's become very clear that they have big ambitions with strict adherence to quality and working with local farmers to provide a true grain-to-glass whiskey. Second is the product. It's clear that bourbon and other products that Revelton produces is of highest quality. Third is the brand. Every whiskey tells a story, as we like to say. The story should resonate through the brand, the packaging, and the experience. A good brand stands the width of time. By looking at Revelton's beautiful 1920 style tasting room, their distillery, and their attention to detail, and everything else that they do, it's clear that the brand is here to stay.
Most places that make a lot of whiskey use Iowa corn. So no better place to make whiskey than where the corn is grown. And then we have great people who want to make a quality product. So between our employees who are here and love distilling and love making a really consistently high quality product, and then great natural grain ingredients to go in, what a better place to make it.
The upper Midwest is a perfect climate to make fine bourbon, just because of these extreme climates changes that we have within the seasons. So we expect within year 2 to year 3 to have a bourbon profile of what you would normally experience in Kentucky in year 7 or year 8.
So we're a craft distillery, but we're strong believers that just because something is small doesn't mean it can't be sophisticated and super high quality. And we wanted something that would stand out and be something that you recognize that's going to be good. So the bottle and the label, they all had to have a really nice quality look and feel. Our labels are actually foiled and engraved, and we chose that on purpose and with a nice Art Deco sort of Gatsby style decor that was something that is unique, and it speaks to people, and it's appealing to both men and women. Something attractive, and you think that is probably going to taste good, and then it does.
The thirst for American bourbon, not only domestically, but overseas, continues to grow exponentially. So, I mean, I think there's endless opportunities in bourbon and whiskeys. If I didn't, we wouldn't have invested our entire life savings into our distillery. So I think it's a good investment.
We are happy and honored to be partnering with Barrel Global and coming up with a specific mash bill that my husband Rob and I have been working on. Notes of vanilla and caramel that come from the wood over the aging process, and then it started with really wonderful fresh corn. that have some nice sweet and mellow notes, and we're very excited about this.
So the reason that I decided to work with Barrel Global was in the title alone. Barrel Global infers, and not only infers, it directly says that this is going to be a global company with a global presence, which directly aligns with what Revelton Distilling Company intends on doing over the next many years as well. So it's just a natural fit. And anytime that we can bring connoisseurs of bourbon together under one title, from the inexperienced who are just getting into the industry to the very experienced on scotch and bourbon and rye whiskey, anytime we can bring and commingle those types of people together under one brand, quite frankly, it just builds the entire industry, which allows us to become global ambassadors of bourbon in the next 20 to 40 years.
With a world-class production facility, passionate distilling team, and unprecedented interest in the distillery across the industry, don't miss your chance to reserve a barrel at barrelglobal.com.